Samanan, guys. I'm a little bit nervous doing this topic. I'm tired of getting those strikes from YouTube, because obviously some of the things are sensitive and abantu sensitive. But I promised Miss Mlambo that I'll do a video on this topic. She had commented in the video that I did about gym, women, and money, and she says, "Good afternoon, Penson. Can you make a video on how to position yourself as a successful woman to be found by a good, successful man for marriage in this generation? I'm struggling to meet a good and a successful man to build with." And then she says, "Thank you." Yeah, and then I say, "I love the topic. I'll definitely do one. And then please don't take offense in anything I may say." Guys, guys, reporter, I get shadow banned, I get these emails just in for saying my truth. Guys, this is just my opinion. This is just me. I'm but one person, so it's not Tuguti, I'm saying something, is it by Bellini or something, it's just my opinion. So again, if you're going to ask me a question like, how do you position yourself as a successful woman to be found by a successful man, and then I say what I believe, and then people get touched. Anyway, where do we find good men? The short answer, and I could just end this video, where you find good men is in your friend zone. Drop mic. Bye. Subscribe. That's it. Like, as I look at sisters. So anyway, I joke, but not really. Let me try and unpack it a bit more. I've done similar videos around good men, good women, etc., etc., etc. But let's go back and let's really try and find this in the beginning. So one thing I've realized about society at large, is that we struggle with just basic definitions. Like, what is a good woman? What is a good man? What is a good woman to me may not be what a good woman is to someone else. And men the same. What is a good man to one person may not be a good man. What is a successful woman is something to someone. What is a successful woman is something to someone else, and comes with men as well. So when Usisi says Uguti, she's a successful woman, for me, my first thing is, what do you mean by that? Does that mean that you have a high earning job? When you have a high earning job, what is a high earning job? I might be bullshitting the stats, or I might be like, but just forgive me. But I remember reading somewhere along the line that if you earn like 20,000 Rand, something along those lines, if you earn like 20,000 Rand a month, you are part of the top 15% in this country. Like something like that, something crazy like that. If you earn 20,000 Rand, you're like the top 15%. So for me, if you're the top 15%, that's like, that's like, if I get 85 and above percent, that's successful. That's absolutely successful. So is a successful woman in your eyes someone that earns 20,000 Rand? If we're looking at it from a financial point, I don't know. Is a successful woman a lady who is unmarried, never been divorced, no kids, low body count? How would you define a successful woman for yourself? And then when it goes to defining a successful man, what does that look like? I've literally spoke to so many females who are like, "Hey, Penson, please can you hook me up with someone?" And then women do this whole bullshit thing of living in imagination land. Oh, they love it. They love living in imagination land, where in their mind, when they define what they're looking for in a man, they'll talk about height, they'll talk about his financial well-being, they'll talk about this, they'll talk about that, only to realize the man that they've created in their mind, besides LeBron James, doesn't exist. Well, LeBron James is married with kids, so he really still doesn't exist. I've had sisters who are 31 years old with a child come to me and say something along the lines of, they want a guy who's between 35 and 40 with no kids. Okay? He needs to be earning 50,000 and above. You do know that we're talking like the top 3% of people in this country earn 50K and above. Like, okay, so let's just say 5%. The top 5% earn 50K and above. Okay? He must live in Joburg. There's 5 million people in Joburg, whatever the numbers are. There's like 5 million in Joburg. You're looking at the top 5% man, he must be 2 meters. I just look at sister and I say, okay, sharp. Clearly you come from a broken home where you have no model of what a man or a good man looks like. Because I've always heard sisters say, Guti, my man must buy me this, my man must look out. She will say things that her own father cannot, with the purest heart, do it for her. Her father gibele takes, but a man must be driving. Therefore, you don't see your father in a specific light. This man must buy me the cell phone. This man must be able to take me on international vacation. This man must pay lobola ya 100,000. Could your father do that? Therefore, if you can't even see your father as a good man, whatever the case is, then your idea of what a good man might be really, really distorted. I look at so many guys when they describe their ideal woman, they literally just talking about the rapping. They'll be talking about the booty and titties. Like, they're talking about the rapping. And I just go, bro, you know, also it says to build with. To build with. Do you know how hard it is to find someone to build with? She's looking for a good, successful man to build with. She's trying to position herself to be found by this good man. You know, to be found by this good man. So again, women, just because of how the world is, society, whatever the case is, nature, women don't go out there attacking and trying to find. Women just try and give signals to show that they are available for men to start now going and approaching them. So again, you need to put yourself in positions for those men to know that you're single and interested, and then they come to you and try and again, all those guys that may be trying, they might not fall into that realm of good, successful in your eyes. So you might go to church and stand at church and smile and, you know, and the guy comes through and he works and he earns 15K. He's not successful enough. The guy comes through and he has 2 kids from 2 women. He's not good enough. The guy comes through and he's better. So again, you need to define very, 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 very clearly what good and successful is. And understand that you live in South Africa. And understand, Uguti, if you were to find a guy who's 35 years and above and has never been married and has no kids and is earning 40, 50,000 rand and above and is single, that guy must be nuttier than squirrel shit. There is no guy that I know that is 35 and above who's earning 50K and above and has no kids and has not been divorced and has his shit together and he's driven and he's motivated and he's God-fearing and he's successful and he's got no problems. He's got no... Oh no, oh shit, I've been waiting for him. No. Guys who earn big amounts and are 35 and are single, you know they fuckboys. You know they are players for real. They just flip the... You know this. And if he's 35 and he's successful, then you know that girls have taken him. Girls have no time to waste. Girls can sniff. Girls can... They will find amazing guys. There's no good guys out there. 35, there's nothing. They've been taken. Yay. They've been taken. Nisho, the guys, Abazi Taban, have been taken by other guys. Nama guys, there's good guys, snatch. Our Nasis Katsu Guti, just Lindile, position, no. My late cousin, she used to say, Guti, Umuntu Tatwem twin. You know, for those that don't understand that, you find your person and you take your person from another person. You know, she used to say that all the time. And obviously as a child, I didn't understand. I'd be like, yo, you know, Pili, what you're saying is actually quite wrong. You know, leave people's relationships alone. And she's like, hey, Toby, I mean, she's like, I'm not in the business of building any, and she was like older than me by like 8-10 years. And she's not in the business of building these men. She already wants a man who has been vetted by people. When she sees a man who's got a ring, the ring tells her, Guti, he is financially strong, he's got responsibilities, accountable, and that was her approach. Personally, I don't believe in that truly to this day. I think leave people in relationships alone. But I understand that mindset. I was watching a clip about Steve Harvey, and Steve Harvey was saying, Muti, if he is not married, if there is no ring on her hand, it's free game. It's open gates. Game on. I'm like, yes, says Steve Harvey. But there's many people that believe in that. There's many people that say, look, I'm in my 30s. I'm in my this age. I'm in this. I can't find them. Okay, then go fetch someone from there. Go fetch. Don't be dilly-dallying. Be brave. Go fetch. Guys, where do you find good people? It's such a subjective thing. What is good? Maybe Lucy's going, I don't know. Maybe she's 23. If you're a 23-year-old, you just graduated and you're an intern, where do you find a good guy who's also 23 and just an intern and build with them? Don't be one of those sisters who's 23 and want a good guy who happens to be 32 because you want to jump steps. If you're still in varsity, find a varsity guy, build together. Yeah, you guys are going to be living in a commune in a little box apartment, yeah, and are trying to eat noodles. But I mean, it's building. It's building. And if you're building, you need to be shoveling shit. You need to be fucking kovudara. You need to be going. That's building. Building is tough. Building is hard. Building is painful. Building is all these things. If you want to truly build, now you find a person who's already successful and you're successful and they've got their shit together and you've got your shit together. What are you really building? You know, you've already got like a two bedroom flat. He's got another 2 bedroom flat. You know, you guys all come together. You put together your assets. You put it into this. You guys get what is the building really? You know, you just growing your investment portfolio. That's what you're trying to say. Just growing it. Not to go to now you. So again, it's very, very important to ask yourself, what does this look like for me? You know, if for me, success is a guy with a great body, if that's success, do you know where you need to find him? At the gym. If to you, a successful guy is a guy who's spiritual and is God-fearing and church. If for you is a guy who's financially strong, then you go to some business networking events. That's where you need to find those guys. You know, so it's very, very important. Guti, where do you go to find these guys? Oh, I want a tall guy. Hambe buki basketball. Uzomthola ke lapha edlala iJoburg Stars somewhere. Again, how do you define what is successful and what is good for you? And then make sure that once you go and you're at the side of the basketball court watching these tall gents jumping up and down, every time the one that he catches the ball, you clap a little bit louder so that he sees Gutu Yambona. Hey! And then hopefully with time after the game, you're like, hey, number 9, you actually played a good game. And then he can see you. Hopefully he's single. Hopefully you are his type. Hopefully, you know, he's successful outside of just being tall. We don't know what this looks like. Guys, we need to get to a point where we actually try and unpack the intrinsic values that we are searching for in people. The biggest fuck up you'll ever do in your life is pick a partner who is not aligned with you. A partner can fuck up your whole life. I know guys that went to mental hospitals because of depression. I know guys that took their lives because they got the wrong partner. I know guys who are going through the worst baby mama drama because they chose the wrong partner. I know women that has the worst baby daddy drama because they picked the wrong guy. So it happens both ways. You know, so you can't just like look at a wrapping and a package of Gucci. Oh, his business is doing well right now, therefore he must be successful. No, that's not what you're looking for. You're looking for a person who's ambitious. So even if shit falls apart, he can build from scratch. And if you say you want to build with him, then even if shit falls, you must be ready to help him pick it up. And if he might be low for the next 3-6 months, if you truly that person, you will then help him get out of that space. If he had a guy, a 6-pack, and then he just got a little bit fat, and Jimo Pensi, because King was in don't want to get into it. But anyway, you need to say, baby, let's eat a little bit more salads. Baby, let's take a walk. Baby, I need you to talk about build. You talk about build. You must understand sometimes when things build, they fall. Then you have to build again and they fall. Then they build again and you fall. So you also need to be patient in that space. You know, are you that person that can help him build? Are you the person that can support him? When you say, are you a successful woman? Are you successful in what he deems as success? Because again, your bank account might not mean shit to him. You might be earning 30,000 Rand, 40,000, and you might think that's success. He's earning 500,000. So you're really earning 40,000, doesn't really tickle his fancy. So he's not looking at your paycheck as a form of what he defines success. He might define success as a person who is family orientated. How's your relationship with your mom? You know, so that if I bring into my family, what are you bringing? Are you bringing a broken family with daddy issues and that? Are you bringing that into my space? That I don't see it as successful. If you want to truly be successful, fix that first, and I can see what's okay. Sharp. She has the ability to build a family. Therefore, you come into my space, you can build that as well. That's what I deem as success. So again, it's so subjective. Guys, I know I might have not answered the question because some sisters might be like, you will find them at clicks. No, you may not. You know, I'm not a big fan of finding a partner at like a drinking place or a club. That's just me personally, because I think people are not in their right mindset. So you might find a great guy, but projecting some negativity because of Dagiwe and this environment type of thing. So for me, again, I will look for networking spaces, church, gym, you know, pure social gatherings where like crazy eight, you know, and people are just there for laughs and not trying to smash anyone, where I can really try and unpack a person's true internal value. The rapping will change. Some of these sisters with perky titties, the moment they've got kids, guys, their titties are all by their knees, and you need to, as a gent, you need to adjust to that and understand its life, because you used to have a 6-pack and now you can see your flabby stomach with your spagetti love handles. So we all go through these transitions. Sometimes your bank account was thick because you had invested in Forex and things were looking well. Are they looking well now? So it's just the waves of life. And if this person has the values internally that you deem is important for you and you love, and that's what you define as success, that's the person for you. And then once you see that, go for it. If you like Steve Harvey or if you like my cousin and you believe that you can find a person from another person, do that. Don't wait. This is your life. You are the main star of your life. Don't wait for no one. I personally don't believe so. I think it's bad juju and bad karma, but that's just me. We're not the same. Anyway, guys, in the comments, just let me know what you think about, as a successful man, as a successful woman, where can you find yourself in spaces where you can find that person? If you're a woman and you're not that woman that goes out aggressively, where can you go and position yourself to find these good, successful men? More importantly, how, sisters, this is just to sisters, do you define a good, successful man? So if you come to Penson and you say, Penson, please can you help me find a good, successful man? You give me a list of things where I go seeking it. I go and I say, okay, this is her definition of good, successful. Let me go and find that person. Rather than just me going, So guys, in the comments, let's engage with each other. It's great when you engage with me. It's even better when you engage with each other. Anyway, Gantana, guys, please share this video far and wide if you think other people will benefit from that. Hit that subscription button and that notification bell if you have not done that. Thank you so much to all the subscribers. Thank you all to the paying members. Gantana, guys. Have yourselves a fantastic day. I'm out.